Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and in today's video I'll be doing a guide on how to acquire your own alpaca mounts. With patch report 3, Blizzard added 3 different alpacas into the game. As of right now, 2 of them are confirmed get, and the third one is kinda still up in the air. Not gonna lie, I'm not really a mount guy, but after checking out what this mount is like and some of its derpy animations, I kinda had to get it. It's just too fun not to. But if you want to get yourself a unique alpaca mount with quite a different skeleton and animations, then this video should be everything you need to know. So there's 3 alpacas that are confirmed right now. The first one can be found in Uldum. You're looking for a friendly alpaca. That's literally what the NPC name is, and you can spawn in a variety of different locations in Uldum. I wish I had the full map of all the possible locations the alpaca could be, but it looks like it will be mostly in the outskirts, and it can even appear in the far reaches of Uldum. I believe more detailed maps and possible spawn locations will come as the patch gets a couple more days into its cycle. We're only on day 2 or 3, depending on your region. To get the friendly alpaca, you'll have to get it some food. The food that you need to feed the alpaca in order to get the quest for it can be found along the river of Uldum. It's quite a long river, it stretches all the way up and down the whole map, and you really have to fly all the way up and down looking for this greenery. You don't need any professions like herbalism to loot this kind of stuff. However, herbalism will help you to see it on the minimap if it does show up, but you can still find it without herbalism. It's just really tough to find it because there's a lot of greens everywhere, a lot of shrubs, a lot of reeds, and everything kind of blends together in a single color. So just be careful when you're flying around, make sure to scan your mouse, make sure to look very closely, and once you know what you're looking for, you'll be able to spot it pretty easily. After you have the food, go find the alpaca, feed it food, and there you go. Now it sounds simple, but you actually have to do this 7 times for 7 days. Now this is why we don't really see this alpaca mount unlocked by majority of the players, because literally no one has it yet. But if you're someone who is willing to unlock every kind of alpaca, this one might be one of those you want to start as early as possible, and eventually you'll be able to unlock this recolor. However, there are other alpacas you could also get. The second alpaca, and that's the one that I got, is Quick Hoof. Quick Hoof can be found all along the side coast of the Vol'dun zone. This one is pretty easy to get, and the prep work for this one is even easier. First, go to Dalaran or Borealis and go to the zone where the turtles will be. In Dalaran, it will be next to the turtle that gives you the weekly rewards for completing a brawl, or maybe completing 4 mythic dungeons or anything like that. There will be a Tortolan with trade supplies, and he'll sell you the seaweed greens. Buy those, you just need 1, and you'll be using that to feed this alpaca. Then, all you have to do is go to Vol'dun and wait anywhere between 2 to 4 to even 7 hours for the Quick Hoof to spawn. I'm not even over exaggerating it, we were there for 4+ hours, just right over 4 hours, so we knew that we would have to wait 3 more hours before we could earn this mount. And then we jumped out of the group, jumped into another one where he was luckily already spawned, got our mounts, and off we go. Again, maybe it's because the patch is super early and we don't have all this information readily available whatsoever. You can't even go to Wowhead to just look the stuff up to find out exactly the spawn times, at least as of the time of making of this video. But it does seem like the Quick Hoof does take quite a bit of time. The Uldum one might take less time. I've actually spotted the one in Uldum quite a lot whenever I'm on my rogue just hanging out. I was not even aware that the alpaca was related to the mount, but I spotted him quite a lot in a variety of different areas. So it seems like the Uldum might be up a little bit more often, but not a guarantee. Finally, there's last alpaca that's in the game files, but this is not 100% confirmation, so don't take my word for it. But apparently, one of the alpacas is supposed to drop when the world boss in Vol'dun, the massive T-Rex, the undead looking dude, apparently the mount's supposed to drop from him as well. I don't believe it's a 100% guarantee, and when taking a look at that world boss's loot drop, it doesn't seem that an alpaca can drop, but maybe it could be one of those secret drops that's not on the loot table, but still could show up. So that could be very exciting for any of you guys. Whenever you see the world boss for Vol'dun drop, get all your alts and try to see if you might be able to get the Alpaca. However, in just a couple of weeks, we'll know for sure if the world boss drops the Alpaca mount or not, because if it does, I'm pretty sure everybody is going to make a big deal about it. Again, I want to really emphasize this is in the game files, and these are the requirements from the PTR game files, which are the last known files we have of any of these Alpaca mounts. Not a lot of the stuff for this patch has been fully 100% updated, but this is all I have for you. Not a guarantee, but might be an opportunity for some of you if you don't want to farm or wait for 2 to 4 to 7 hours for some of these other Alpacas. Overall, I gotta say, this mount is actually kind of cool. It has a whole new skeleton for it. No, it's not a horse, it's not a recolor of like a horse or a reskin of a horse. It's an alpaca. It has its own running animation, walking animation, has its own unique jump animation, which I guess is supposed to be really derpy. It has its own animation for the mount special where it bounces around, and it even has a cute sound effect as it does so. Again, I'm not even a mount guy, but I really thought this mount was really cool, really unique. It made me really want to get it after seeing the bouncing animation. I guess it is kind of a redo because they did add the alpaca pet a while ago on Blizzard with the charity, and I guess they just simply added this from a pet to a mount, now a much bigger version. But it's really cool. So if you want to get yourself an alpaca, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Good luck farming your alpacas, and I'll see all of you in the next video.